Buffalo is going to win it, folks.
The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout.
We've seen why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl.
Right
Yeah.
now, baby. Come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
All right, we are live, and we are back. Welcome to another episode of the Overdue Bills podcast. And we're definitely excited today, happy, because we got a win, got a good win Sunday, great win actually Sunday. I don't know if people shaking their heads, but we definitely got a great win.
Because
Sunday.
you coming in wax on, you like disbelief. You like, oh, we gotta win, you know.
I mean,
you was quaking in your boots last week, bruh.
I was not quaking in my boots. I don't know why
you was quaking in your boots last week.
Why do you keep saying that I was quaking in my boots, right?
Because you were.
Definitely. You were
They scored
Miami,
70.
the greatest show on there.
They scored 70. Yeah.
Right.
I
He
never-
was cooking last week, Rad. He was cooking last week.
I never once
Quaking in your
referred to
boots.
them as the greatest show on turf. All I said
On
was,
surf.
Oh my God.
all I said was,
The greatest show on surf.
okay, on surf. All I said was they were a worthy opponent, but that's neither here nor there. Let me introduce the guys today. We have, yours truly, our guy Rad, aka All Purpose Rad. Rad, what's up?
What's good, bruh? How you doing, bruh? I'm good.
I'm great, actually.
They were who we thought they were.
Legend.
They were who we thought they were. Preach.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
We have our guy, your guy, Mike D. Mike, what's up, man?
What's up, Preach, man? Had a great weekend in Buffalo. Played 9 with my guy Preach at the Pines. So that was dope.
Oh,
and kicked it with my guy Matt on Sunday at the tailgate. It was a beautiful day in Buffalo, and the Bills won.
Oh, I got cheated at
And,
the Pines.
and it was their first tailgate, so that was dope.
Shout out to the tailgate. If y'all know, y'all know.
Rah.
You know.
y'all know.
Tailgate was wild.
Definitely got cheated at the Pines, but that's neither here nor there. And congratulations is definitely in order to our guy Matt, aka I guess optimistic Matt, but Matt has a reason to be optimistic.
Maddie with the ice.
Absolutely, definitely. Maddie
Matty
definitely
Ice,
with
that's
the
a
ice.
fact.
Maddie Ice,
Definitely.
Matt. So congrats to you. I'm on your engagement, Matt. So how you doing today? You a different man today.
Doing good, man. I actually just got done playing. I had to cut my 18 short to come do the pod. So, it's a crying shame.
Priorities. I like
Yeah,
it. I like
no big deal.
it.
But yeah, no, it's a beautiful day today. Trying to enjoy those last weeks of summer, man, while we got them.
Man,
I had
last
a great
week,
Man.
last couple of days, they say. Definitely good weather. Definitely
Yeah.
Great
appreciate
weather.
that. Appreciate everybody in the comments. The comments is jumping right now. And just to one comment I see, I got the proof we did get cheated. I will be providing that later for everybody. But with that being said, let's get some housekeeping out the way. OverdueBillsPod.com, one word, OverdueBillsPod.com. We want you to go to the site. All of our content, everything Overdue Bills, you can find there. And also, we got merch, man. We got merch
for sure.
Matt, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, man. I mean, we got merch, restocked some hoodies and tees. Stuff is going pretty quick. So if you need, it's getting a little colder. If you want a little t-shirt for the house, definitely now is the time to get it. And then we got our other merch on there. Hats getting ready for winter, hoodies, coats, got baby stuff, got it all. So definitely hit up Overdue Pod, grab your merch, and yeah.
We got golf dripping for next season. I know the season about to end, but we got golf drip, for next season
I be
too.
looking crazy out there in the Overdue Bills golf drip. I be looking crazy.
No, absolutely.
Doesn't help
Listen,
the game, but that's okay.
I experienced about the game. We're gonna talk about it later.
let me say, go on the site. As you can see, I have it up. OverdueBillsPod.com, one word. Just go on the site and you see we got flavors, we got varieties, we got all those amazing things. So please, man, please, sir, go check us out and do us a favor. You can hit us up on all socials. Overdue Bills Pod, one word, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Hit us up, DM us. You know, we do have our own Uber service, you know what I'm saying? Or you could come pull up. We got a spot. You could come. You know what I'm saying? We for the people, so we out here.
There's a place you can go.
Absolutely, there's definitely a place you could go. And with that being said, let's get into our quick question of the day. I know we want to get into this Miami recap game. I know we definitely want to talk about that, and we definitely have to talk about this London game coming up. So let's get into this show. A quick question of the day. And I just wanted to ask this because we did have an amazing win, and so I wanted to ask the guys, right? A few games in, most surprised player, or you could say most surprised thing of the season, but primarily I did want to talk about specific players. But if you have a specific thing that you want to talk about, and if in the comments you have something that you were surprised about, something that you really didn't necessarily expect, but it is happening, and it is happening to a high degree. So I'm gonna go to Mike first. Mike, what is your most surprised thing or player of the season so far?
I mean, it has to be TB, right? A
That's his name now?
linebacker. That McDermott called him.
initials,
I didn't know. I didn't know.
I thought that was Tom Brady, but he already. I mean, we go at TB 47.
I didn't know.
McDermott called him TB. Listen, it's time to rebrand.
Shout out to TB.
Well, Tom Brady is TB 12.
Yeah, you're right.
Terrell Bernard is TB.
43.
TV.
But I mean, come on, how can you not?
43, yeah,
I mean,
my
that's
bad,
one
man.
thing we always talked about Edmonds. Like, he was a solid player. He was there, right? He was gonna put an arm out there, right? He was going to be in the right position. He might deflect the pass. You know, he could rush the pass or get a sack. You know, make a tackle. You know, for a 4-yard gain. But Bernard is making plays day in, play out. For the last 3 games, besides the Jets game, the last 3 games he's been dynamite. Him and Milano. Like, we have like another Milano almost at this point. So I mean, he just make our defense that much better, that much faster, and that much more explosive to generate and create big plays. So shout out to Bernard.
Absolutely. Shout out to Terrell Bernard. All right, Rad, you got a surprise person, surprise. I see. Yeah, who you got?
Yeah, of course it was definitely Bernard, but for me, is your boy preaches Ed Oliver. Ed Oliver got paid.
Shout out to Herb in the comments.
He doing his thing. He making tackle for loss. He being seen every game. He make a play. Every game we see Ed Oliver. Every game he in the backfield. He making a play, either a sack or tackle for loss. So Ed Oliver is playing the best football he's played after getting paid. So that's usually it's like but he got paid. Me and Priest call it a little funny money, but he got paid and he's showing up to work. This defense looking great. He's a big part of that. Shout out to Ed Oliver, man. Playing big.
He like the anti Marcel Darius. Darius played good and then got paid, and then got paid. Who's in the club? He was in the club with us popping bottles.
So we got Ed Oliver, we got Terrell Bernard. Matt, who you got? What's your surprise player? Surprise, person, so to speak.
I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna go with a group. I guess I'll push it on to a Sean McDermott and the discipline with the penalties and the offensive line this year. We are through 4 games right now. We have less than 100 yards in penalties. That is for 65 to be exact. That is a complete night and day from last year. If you look at Sunday's game, the Dolphins had 8 for 98. So that's just in one game. We're through 4, and we're completely dominating and playing mistake-free football on that spectrum. So I'm happy with that so far through the first quarter-ish of the season. Now with the 17 games.
For sure.
Shout out to Sean McDermott.
Facts.
For me, it's Stephon Diggs, and surprised in the sense of, I think.
Yeah, dog.
No, we're finally using him in the right way. In the right way, meaning every pass is supposed to go to him. I remember Kobe said this. God rest his soul. Kobe said, "Who would you rather take the shot, me or anybody else?" Right? You know what I'm saying? And seriously, and Kobe said that, and he was serious when he said it. He was like, "My bad shot is better than Derek Fisher's great shot." You know what I'm saying? And it took me a while to understand.
He was right.
He was right. Like, he's absolutely right. I would rather Kobe take that shot. And honestly, I would rather Stephon Diggs get those targets, because we see when Stephon Diggs get those targets,
that was
great
one of my
things
points.
happen. That's just it.
Exactly. Exactly.
And y'all remember last year, who I used to scream at nauseum at the fact that I didn't understand why he was out the game. Like, he needs to be more conditioned. You know what I'm saying? Like, he actually needs to be in the game all the time because he needs to get targeted. Like Justin Jefferson targets 12. Actually, Puka Nacua. Shout out to him. His targets. Yeah, like 15 targets. Like, he needs that because he's that great of a player. So shout out to Stephon Diggs, especially in all the hoopla, all the stuff that was surrounding us going into the season. He's a dog. And you know what I'm saying? He's playing like he's playing like a professional. So for everybody who had things to say, you know, shout out to him. But
I know this is old. Hold on, Chris. I know this is old, but if his beef was, I wanted more targets. Can we be mad at him now?
No, I was never mad at him to begin with.
But yet now, Mike, now we can see why our shots in high school dwindled towards Sam's older in his career. Would you rather me shoot or anybody else? I guess Sam just like, I guess I'm shooting.
I'm gonna be honest, that's a false narrative, everybody. I was more so like a Russell Westbrook type, triple doubles, but that's neither here nor there.
He had 154 targets last year, so we trying to get him to what, that 170 mark? What, 180?
He had 250.
Okay.
I want him to have, but y'all laughing. It's funny that like y'all laugh, but like what I'm saying is, if we have the best receiver
154
in the game,
targets, 108 catches. It wasn't like he wasn't being targeted. He was being targeted.
I'm not saying that he wasn't being targeted. I'm just saying he needs to be hyper targeted. Like, he needs to get. It needs to be insane
every game.
Yeah, like
it should never be single digit.
Never. It should be like 10. 13. Yes, nothing under single digit targets every game. Period. For the rest of the season.
So 100. We talk about 107 targets.
Double coverage.
17 games, 107.
Absolutely. Any type of coverage, and he needs to get the ball. It never needs to be a time where anybody else should be any priority on the offense. Like it's always Stephon Diggs, because he's the best. Obviously, besides Josh Allen, he is the best weapon by far. Like, it's not even close. So shout out to him. Shout out to the offense.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So shout out to the offense, and I guess we're gonna talk about some things later. But let's get into this recap, right? Buffalo, versus Miami. We were at home. Great game. Great crowd. People were there tailgating. So shout out to everybody that was there. And y'all know how we do it. 2 highlight plays. We wanna pick out 2 highlight plays. So if you in the comments, if you have a specific play that you want to highlight, please let us know right now. But 2 highlight plays that you want to single out. I'll go to Matt first. Matt, do you have 2 highlight plays that you want to single out?
I don't really necessarily have 2, but the one that really stood out to me was the Ken Dorsey, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. They were picking on the corners for the Miami Dolphins all game, and that third touchdown where he just absolutely made him look silly on that little fake post to the corner route, and he just left him on the 10-yard line and went in for an easy score. That type of play, like, it just shows that chemistry and how them boys are just they figured it out and they're rolling. That definitely spoke some volumes to me.
Absolutely. Rad, do you have 2 plays that you want to highlight?
I like just when it was we got the Bills going up 21-14, and I was watching it with my pops. I said, this is whoever get this stop, whoever can consistently. I thought it was going to be whoever, and then our defense, they just showed up. They's like, no, we're not just gonna get stops. We gonna adjust and really shut this boy down. And Tua, getting to a Greg Rousseau sack. He had 2 sacks, but the Greg Rousseau sack, to force their first punt. I think that was just a sign of how our defense really adjusted to Tua and how fast how fast Miami play. And since then, the defense was just playing great football. You know what I mean? So just that first stop just gave us all the confidence in the world. Our D line was just getting after Tua after that, and so I think that was the best play for me. Or a collection of plays.
Shout out to everybody in the comments. Moan, you losing in fantasy this week, but that's neither here nor there. Mike, 2 highlight plays. I want to
talk about fantasy.
No, we can talk about fantasy because everybody know I'm the GOAT. But anyway, Mike, you know what I'm saying?
Man, Priest had a tough weekend. He had a tough weekend.
I mean, it's injuries. It's part of the game.
That's true. 2 highlight plays. One, the Gabe Davis touchdown.
Right.
Just that the play it shows me that Dorsey is trying to build up on plays. Like, yeah, the stuff for Hardy hasn't been working, and I've been coming on here complaining about it. But Dorsey was saying, but this is just to get on film. So then the next week, right, I'm setting up the jab to throw the right hook. So that for me, it was like, all right, Dorsey is one of those OCs that's just trying to really, go out there and do something. So that was a highlight play.
Play stacking. He's stacking.
Yeah, thank you. Yep, stacking, right? And then on top of that, Josh Allen run. I'm going to give some love to Deion Dawkins, right? Deion got out there, left from the guard position and pulled and cleared the way for Josh. And then we come on here, we don't give the O-line too much credit, but the O-line been playing great. And Deion
great football.
is leading them boys.
Great football.
Shout out to the O-line for sure. You're right, Mo. I apologize. I got to correct myself. I did lose. Shout out to the Seahawks. They're terrible. All I needed was DK Metcalf to get a couple more points, but it just didn't happen.
So you just been losing every game.
Everywhere.
Everybody got their day. A wise man once told me, dead clock is right twice a day. But anyways, so with that being said, I do want to highlight this real quickly. And for me, it's really Matt Milano, and it was him punching pause the football, on a Mostert, right? Multiple times. It was just like, that's a gamer. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is what we need, bro. Like, stuff like that changes the momentum of the game. And when you have a high-power offense like that, who is marching down on, you need plays like that. You need players to just be like, yo, like, I was just sitting there saying, yo, somebody got to make a play, bro. Like, you just got to make a play. And it's him. He is making those plays, and I think him taking that on, and I guess that was really our criticism with Tremaine Edmonds. He just never made those plays. He wasn't a bad football player. He just never made those plays. Like those plays where
he was just in line. He was the in-line player.
Yeah,
in line.
It's just like
he
he
doing
did
his
what he
thing.
was supposed to do. He was in the right positions, but he never made that spectacular player. Matt Milano is doing that. Shout out to Leonard Floyd. He's doing that, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like certain players are making those key plays. So Matt Milano, shout out to him. I definitely appreciate that. And before we kind of go to this next segment, I want to give Mike the floor, because I don't like when people come for us in the comments, and I think we need to have our opportunities to say something back. Shout out to our guy Tim Dixie. He said Mike and Sam, y'all back liking the Bills. So Mike, because
I said this week is for Bills fans. This week is for Bills fans, bro. I should have hosted the show. I don't know what
I'm doing. Oh my God. Mike, can you?
That's my bad. That's on me, Tim. That's no responsibilities.
Mike, do you have something to say to these people?
Man, that is nonsense. What does liking mean? Like, because sometimes Matt come up here and criticize the Bills.
I've never heard
during those moments. Do he not like the Bills?
I've never heard Matt criticize the Bills, but okay.
No, that's not true. Matt come up here. Don't bring me into this, man. Nah, bring Matt right into it. Rad said plenty of bad things about the Bills. Do anyone question their fandom? I don't know why me and Preach is being singled out, Tim. I think you have a bias against us.
I'm gonna say this, and Tim probably do have a bias against, but I'm gonna say this. For all Bills fans
he watched the show last week.
For all Bills fans out there, listen, I say this every time on every show. I'm a realist. I keep it real, and I'm honest about the Bills. I'm objective, right? Nobody has ever said that just because you're on either side of the aisle in politics that you're anti-American, or maybe they have said it. But my point is that you can
that's what they say.
If I say we shouldn't let everybody in on our borders, that doesn't mean I'm anti-American. I just have an opinion. I'm being a realist on the matter. It's just kind of crazy. It looks insane.
You said the Bills should be scared, and our game plan should be keep the Miami Dolphins off the field.
Yeah, so keep them in Miami.
Like, I don't like that's
no, we did. It was they had the ball as much as us.
No, what I'm
saying
is
what I'm saying.
That's turnover. Game plan, though, right?
Yeah.
But but how? No. He said it in their offense. We can't contend with their offense, so keep them off the field. And our defense showed that we can. Can we not? We step for step, blow for blow, turnover, sack Tua, get pressure on Tua, like we always do.
No, exactly
like we always do,
right?
But absolutely. I'm telling you, I don't disagree. What Sean McDermott did is what I've been asking for. what he's doing is what I've been asking for. So I will, because Matt had already said it as far as what you are surprised about, and it's Sean McDermott calling the defense. I think he's doing an amazing job.
Great job. Great job.
So I mean, I have nothing to say. He's doing an amazing job, and that's something that I did not know going into the season. So wherever Leslie Frazier is at, as of now and as it stands, you need to be there. I mean, that's just the facts. No,
Yo, he changed your quick. Yeah.
Listen,
You
listen.
changed
I
your
don't
plan.
mind. Listen, I don't mind being honest. I don't mind being honest.
I respect
And
it.
listen, it is what it is. I have new information today, and when I get new information, when I compute it in my mind, I'm able to give a reasonable take, and that's just the facts.
I don't like this though. While yes, I agree with you. Like Leslie, like you can keep playing bingo, but Leslie had some great days. Like he set up Mahomes.
Absolutely.
We spanked the Chiefs before, so it's not like McDermott.
And we always beat Miami.
And we always beat Miami. We always get the tour. Like that's not new.
Matt said that.
But McDermott do look crazy though. But for me, it's even deeper. Like Rousseau said that he feels like he knows McDermott more now since he's been in the rooms. And I feel like McDermott, if that was a cheat code the whole time. Andy Reid is calling the offenses for a reason. McDermott's always been doing this. Now that I think about it.
Wow.
I'm glad he's doing it now.
Wow, plot twist.
Yeah, I mean, and he's got everybody on the same page. So he's got, you look at like Daquan Jones, he's leading the league in quarterback pressures. Like coming into the season, you wouldn't have said that he was going to be the guy to do that. So you got everybody firing on all cylinders, and it's showing that how dominant the defense is being, and then they're giving the offense more opportunities. Just go out and play and have fun.
It ultimately is the Bernard call for me. Like like, oh, Bernard's starting. Okay, I thought it was just because everybody else was so bad, so we're just gonna throw Bernard, give him a try.
He's great.
And then he like, no, this is who we want. We've been waiting for him. He was hurt during preseason, but this is the guy we want to start. And and it's like perfect.
Yeah.
He can run my defense. He's the guy I'm calling to run my defense, and he's doing great.
And I will say this honorable mention, and to highlight the plays, that's the one I remember. It was Bernard. They kept showing it. That was the one that was shown on, all of the, shows, ESPN, Fox, all those things. It was Bernard getting depth at the linebacker position and being in the middle, right? The whole talk was Tua loves the middle, loves throwing it to the middle, loves throwing it to the middle. And what Terrell Bernard was doing and getting depth back there and being, it was nothing short of amazing.
Yeah.
But
and Michael Hyde caught that interception off that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, let's go to our You Got the Juice segment. You Got the Juice. This is our segment where we highlight one specific player, our player of the week. And we want to do this, and we have a sponsor for the segment. So shout out to the sponsor, Rad. Who was the sponsor of this segment?
This segment is brought to you by Rad Juice. Real fruit, real flavor, real kids. Tired of the same old drinks? Rad Juice is here. Crafted by young entrepreneurs with a passion for taste. Why go Rad? It's a real fruit adventure. Experience nature's finest in every sip. Pure and clean, no artificial additives, just pure refreshment. Triple the delight. Explore 3 exciting flavors: peach, strawberry, and tropical. And now you can find Rad Juice at 3 convenient locations near you. 716 Premium, located at 425 Elmwood Ave. Crenshaw Chicken and Waffles, located at 37 Chandler Street. And our Lewis location, Sweet Cheeks Cake Bar, located at 1685 Hurdle Ave. Elevate your refreshment game with Rad Juice. Created by kids, enjoyed by everyone. Grab yours today.
Okay, so Mike, who is your player? And everybody in the comments, if you got a player of the week that you want to highlight, put it in the comments right now. I want to read them off.
I mean, it has to be Josh Allen.
Wow.
Right? That was one of his best games.
Perfect. It was almost perfect.
So it wasn't as important as the Chiefs game or the Patriots game or the playoff games where he didn't have great showings. But just in the regular season game, he just go out there and he's just execute, just perfect, on the money, making all the right decisions, putting the ball in harm's way. He was far superior than the other quarterback yesterday. And it's crazy because I was thinking about sitting Josh Allen for Tua in fantasy, just because Tua was going off and Josh was like,
The Bill show, Mike. This is a Bill show.
But I'm just saying. But I didn't. I didn't do it. No, I'm playing Josh.
Okay.
Tua not going to go off against our defense. I think Josh always played well against Miami. And I think that he just showed that he played his best game as a pro. but I think he's gonna keep it going, not at this pace, obviously, but it's the offense is so easy for him now because he's taking the check down. I think eventually the safety's gonna come up and we're gonna get our big plays back.
Matt.
Yeah, just got to piggyback on Josh Allen. He had a perfect game. 300 passing yards, 4 TDs, a rushing touchdown, 4 passing TDs, 1 rushing touchdown, 158.3, perfect passer rating. Just like the highest attainable mark for any quarterback in a single game. I think only one other quarterback has done it, and that's Aaron Rodgers did it in 2019. So I think that this game right here, obviously everybody was talking about Tua being the MVP, blah blah blah, and I think that vaulted him into the
Sam,
of the MVP.
Is Josh Allen MVP?
Yes, I said that.
Him and Tua co-favorites right now.
Y'all made it seem like it wasn't important.
Co-favorites, and Christian McCaffrey's making his way up, but we know quarterbacks.
He got a long way to go.
Yeah,
he got a long way to go.
He behind me. Pause.
But I gotta give it to our guy Diggs, man. Shout out to Diggs. He a dog. That broke tackle, just to set the tone. He set the tone every week. He a tone setter. Period. Yeah. Josh is the one who more erratic, be up and down, but Diggs is locked in every week, ready to go. You see it in his eyes. He a dog. And he ready. And like I said, I agree with y'all. Said the hyper target. He only had 7 this week, but just get him the ball early and often so he can feed into our team. So he can show everybody like, hey, we here, I'm here. None of these boys can check me, and nobody on the other side can play with us. Pause. So I think shout out to Diggs for being a tone setter, for being a captain, for being he like our identity. Josh is the best player, the quarterback, but Diggs is our identity of how our team got to go and be a dog. So shout out to Diggs. He get he get rad juice for sure this week.
Absolutely, and my rad juice goes to. It's so tough, but I will say Leonard Floyd. I want to say the whole defensive line. I have to give them props because
Rousseau had 2 sacks.
I don't understand that, but I just think that Leonard Floyd kind of sets the tone for me.
You do.
And just looking at our defensive line, it's so refreshing to have a defensive line. Like to know that on third down, bro, you probably getting sacked, bro. In my mind, it's like, I think we probably.
And this is Von Miller said he 90% sure that he making a trip to London. He gonna be ready to play Sunday. He do a lot of coach speak.
He talks.
I don't listen to nothing. Yeah. I don't listen to Von Miller, but he said he might play.
I'm not with everybody with the Granted, I do want. Obviously, we want Von Miller in the playoffs. That's clear. But I mean, if Von Miller can play. Because we're not. Von Miller is not playing the whole game. He's probably playing 20 snaps. We rotate. Evan Nesbitt is in there. Shaq Lawson. Shout out to Shaq Lawson. But, I mean, he was wild. But it was a lot of counters and a lot of things he just was. I don't know what he was doing. Shout out to Shaq Lawson. That's my guy, though. But, friend of the show. But I think that the defensive line, man, is just money time. It's I love just being disruptive. And I'm kind of I don't like the big runs. But I'm cool with it. If it's just a couple big runs a game and it's bend but don't break, it's a mere bag of shells. Nobody wins the game by running the ball down. That's just a myth. Doesn't happen. So shout out to everybody.
Unless you got Chris McCaffrey.
Absolutely. Shout out to but he does everything. Shout out to Josh Allen. Shout out to Stephon Diggs. Shout out to Leonard Floyd. Shout out to the whole Buffalo Bills football team. But with that being said, we got a London game.
He said the whole team.
Yeah, shout out to the whole team. But listen.
He's talking the whole team.
Before
he paid him big today.
Now, let me do this. Before
he paid him big today.
Before we
New
get
Bills
to
fan. Shout out to
this
Sam.
London game, before we get to the Jaguars, we've buried the lead, everybody. And that is Tre'Davious White. He's out for the season with an Achilles. I mean, it's terrible
unfortunate
for him. It's very, very, very unfortunate. So I guess we have to have a real conversation about that and a real conversation about who's replacing him. I've said numerous times on this podcast that we did not lose our best corner. We lost our second best corner. But even saying that is still a lot, right? So obviously we have a Benford. And I guess the number one question is, are y'all comfortable? It's just Dane Jackson. Elam can stay where he's at.
Dane Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, he's going to get elevated, and he's going to have a jersey. But I think Dane should go in.
Yeah.
So we all cool with Dane?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, we losing Trey. No, I'm not. Shout out to Trey. Tough loss.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, just seeing him on the field dejected like that, it's just it's like, dang, you know what I mean? It's just like, we know what it is. We know what's up. And it's unfortunate losing any, this was, I feel like this is our year. He feel like it. The team feel like it. The defense is playing the best. We all together. We got our full secondary. Porter wasn't there healthy, but we back. You know what I'm saying? The Bills secondary back. We back. You know what I mean? And it's a big loss. But we're gonna rally. It's early in the season. And I think Dane Jackson can shore it up. They gonna get picked on for sure. We know that. I mean, hey, Elam, prove me wrong. Your first round pick, prove me wrong. But right now it's Dane Jackson.
Man, how you feel?
Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm not in love with it, obviously, because I would rather have Trey out there. Benford, he left the game with a shoulder injury too. So that was another thing. So we are very thin at that position, and I think this could be an opportunity for Sam to get his splash move of this, of Bean's tenure, right? Go out and get maybe he makes a trade for a corner mid-season or something like that. Just to
like that.
Store it up, because
I like that.
You got a first rounder who's been a healthy scratch. I'm sure you can package him and an early pick for somebody that's just rotting away on a bad team. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying you're going to get much trade value for Kyer, but I don't know.
Go get Patrick Surtain. Let's get it.
We never do that. They'll never do
I'm
that.
not saying you're not going to get.
You're out the way on a bad team. I tell you that much.
Do y'all think that the Cowboys gonna go trade for a corner?
I'm not sure. Let me say this quickly. We signed Herb Miller the third to the team practice squad. I don't know what that means, but I was just saying just we did do that.
We good for going to get Norman. We calling Norman. You still know the playbook. God. You know what I mean? We gonna do something like that. It is what it is.
But I'm cool with Dane Jackson for this reason.
I'm fine with Dane Jackson.
I'm fine
with Elam.
Just like we talk. Well, I'm fine with either one because we got playmakers everywhere. We just talked about how the D line is unstoppable.
Yeah.
We talked about we got some of the best linebackers, and High is making plays again, and Poyer will be back. So we have playmakers everywhere else. We just need our corners not to mess up. And I don't want Elam making bonehead plays.
He's more likely to mess up than Elam. Elam gonna be there, but he's just not physically there. But he gonna be there. Elam might not be there. He might think man is zone or something, like tripping.
The thing that stuck with me though too is that it was just making me feel a lot better. To Tyreek Hill, he said, they played a lot of cover too, and none of the corners had fear in their eyes because they know they had help over the top, and the D line was getting after it. So that lets me know that I don't care who's that corner, because our defensive line isn't giving you a chance to get a long plays off, and we got the two best safeties. In football to over the top,
and best linebackers right now.
And Taylor Rapp, that's playing great in that, in that position too.
And shout out to Teron Johnson. Teron Johnson got to step up. He has to step up too, though. Like, and I understand he's a nickel corner, but it is what it is. I was watching the kid Devin Witherspoon for the Seahawks. He's a nickel, but he normally play on the outside, and he had to go to the nickel. Like,
he had to play that Jamal Adams.
Whatever you got to do is what you got to do. Like, that's all I'm saying. And I'll say this as far as the Elam, I know I don't like, I won't say I don't like Elam. I didn't like the fact that Elam couldn't win the starting job when he was a first-round pick. Like, you had everything to do it. You have the tools, you have the measurables, but clearly something is not clicking, and that's what I didn't like. And I think it's a mental thing. It's not so much a physical thing, because Tim is right. When Elam has played in real games, he's not like the worst player in the world. It's not like he's like, oh my God, he just gets murdered. Now, he got murdered in the preseason, but that's the preseason. But I do have a question before we get to the Jaguars game real quickly, and I guess we can tie everything in. We're going to talk about players to watch in this Jaguars game. And it was a question by her, and I'm just throw this out there. Is DeMar Hamlin someone that we need to watch, or he's just not playing? It's a quick answer, yes or no. Is he playing or not?
No. He played.
He played special teams.
Special teams.
But he is actually a special teams player, though.
Yeah,
he's not a starter. He's never supposed to.
No, with Taylor Rapp there, it's over.
Right. Okay.
We saw last year. He cool. He like 2 steps late. It is what it is.
Might be.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Him and number 4. Shout out to friend of the show. We saw that combo, and they was just 2 steps late. You know what I mean? And shout out to them. Hamlin, if he is gonna be there, he gonna make a tackle. That's why he good for special team. He gonna put his helmet in there, he gonna make a tackle, gonna do what he gonna do. But far as he just 2 steps late. Shout out to him.
But we can win 13 games if he got to go back there.
Yeah.
We still can win games.
And we got Rap. I like Rap. Rap playing.
Yeah, Rap. And Cam Lewis. So we good.
Yeah.
So Matt, who's the players to watch?
Tomorrow,
Who's the players to watch?
I mean, the players to watch is, I think Gabe Davis, he scored a touchdown in the last 3 games.
That's a fact.
Stephon Diggs is getting, hyper targeted, right? Or if we want him to get hyper targeted, that's going to set the tone. It's going to key in a lot on Diggs and open up some one-on-ones for Gabe that he can win. So I think Gabe Davis definitely shows up and has another touchdown this week.
Mike, who was your player to watch?
All right, I'm gonna throw it to Rad because I don't want to take his player.
Okay. I think this might be a Kincaid week.
I like that.
I think this is Kincaid week.
Until it happens, right?
I like that.
I think this is Kincaid week. He was second in targets. He always second in targets. He had 5 targets this week. He gonna pop one. He gonna pop one where he gonna make somebody miss and he gonna be gone. So
I don't know about that, but he ain't Laporta, but he's good though. I like Kincaid.
Good,
he's
bro. He gonna try to run you over too, like Kincaid. He a baller. He a baller. I think this is Kincaid week.
Go ahead.
What's up?
He gonna score. Bet it. I said about Gabe. Anytime touchdown, Kincaid. Bet it.
Okay, bet it. To be honest, with
anytime
Kincaid,
touchdown.
I think Kincaid is really gonna show up in the winter months, and what I mean by that is he's going to be like that third down player where Josh can go to, and he's going to be a move the chain guy.
Is Big Beasley?
I think Kincaid is going to be that move the chain guy. But I'm gonna go before Mike go. Normally I go last, but I do shout out to her. And I'm not always on this, but I think James Cook is the player to watch. And what I mean by that is we're going to London. And I think we just need to run all over.
And they've been there. That's kind of, is that, do y'all feel some type of way that the Jaguars can play just 2?
Not at all. Not at all. Because
already there.
We're by far the better team. So it doesn't matter.
The owner of the Jags is from London. I think he wants to bring them there anyways eventually. So they always play there.
But funny stuff happened in there when we go there. We lost. Was that the game we lost to the Urban Meyer year? Was it in London?
No.
It wasn't in London?
But that's why
the London game was the EJ Manuel game.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
In the first quarter.
Let's forget that. But that's why I'm saying James Cook. Not to say that Josh Allen can't just throw a million touchdowns, because he probably will. But I think this is a game where our offensive line needs to establish themselves as they've been doing the whole season. And you need to hand him off. He needs to like, we need to look at him and be like, dang, James Cook got like 125 yards, 2 touchdowns, and like 40 yards catching, and Latavius Murray, and you know what I mean. Here, like, it needs to be that type of game where it's like y'all don't even have a chance. We got the ball the whole game. We're literally running down y'all throat, and we're getting out of here. We're going home with no injuries. It's that type of game. It ain't got to be no flashy game. It could just be, listen, we're gonna kill them in the trenches, because at the end of the day, the Jaguars, they're a soft team. They're soft mentally. They let Houston push them around. Houston don't even. They had their whole offensive line was out. Their whole offensive line was legitimately out. So I know
Houston might be good. I mean, they just smoked.
No, for sure. Pause. I don't know what I said.
They just smoked Pittsburgh.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that this is a game where it's won in the trenches. We need to kill. That's keys to success. Mike, who is your player to watch?
I'm gonna say our linebackers.
Okay.
No, they got Ian, right? They got Ingram, they got Kirk. They got some wide receivers.
They got some weapons. They got weapons.
They got some weapons, right? They're not like Miami, but they got some weapons. And I think that Bernard and Milano, if they come out and they have a big game, I think they might be able to get one on Trevor Lawrence. So look out for our linebackers to generate some turnovers out there.
I think listen, additional, but this is Dane Jackson. I think he's gonna get tested early and often, right? Ridley, Kirk, Zay Jones. They gonna attack that. They're gonna attack that. Trey Wright is no longer there. Hopefully Poyer can show up, but Dane Jackson is going to get a healthy amount of targets his way. The motions over there, trying to see if he really about that, if he can figure it out. So I think Dane Jackson specifically, and if hopefully Benford can go. Just the cornerbacks in general, the outsides is going to get attacked. I mean, that's almost pretty much their strength. So I think they're going to get attacked early and often.
Okay, so let me get some keys to success. I was going ahead of myself, and keys to success is the offensive line, defensive line establishing themselves, winning the trenches. I think if we can win that, this shouldn't be a difficult game for us, right? It should be a 2 touchdown lead the whole game. Everybody wondering what is wrong with Trevor Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? It's just that it should be that type of game. But that's me.
Key success for me is I think the turnovers. All right. I think you get up, we got to get up early and we turn Trevor over because they don't seem like a good come from behind team. They like more of a front runner team. Trevor got to get everything going, can run, play action, all that stuff. But when you got to put pressure in front of them to, keep up and catch up, I don't think that's Trevor's best suit as of right now. The last couple of games they just been back, and he just haven't found a way to get this team back. So I think get up early, and turn him over so he can lose some confidence early.
Mike.
Yep. I think it's Josh going out there and not more so taking what the defense give him, because that's not like game manager, but you don't have to force the big play, right? The big play is going to show itself when it's time. So go out there, get the ball to your playmakers, right? Kincaid can get you 8 yards. James Cook got you 48, right? Get James Cook out in space, and maybe those guys can run and catch the ball and generate a big play after the catch. So
let Dorsey scheme up that big play sometimes because he can do it. Like Josh, Ken Dorsey can scheme up the big play, bro. If he trusts him to do that, he can do his thing and it's gonna come. So definitely, exactly. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
Matt, what's your keys to success?
Yeah, Josh taking, doing what he's doing, man. He's spreading the ball around to everybody. Everybody's getting some love. It's tough to key in, even with Stephon Diggs, making a ton of plays. Like Rad said, he only had 6 catches over the week on Sunday. So Josh got 21 completions. Only 6 of those were to Diggs. So he's definitely spreading that ball around, making everybody a weapon. So we just got to continue that on. And we're converting touchdowns, 7s instead of 3s. I know I always say that. I want 7s instead of 3s all the time.
Absolutely. Definitely appreciate everybody in the comments. Appreciate y'all on. And we do have to talk about the contest. So Matt, if you could let the people know who won the contest and let everybody else know where they can get into the contest that's coming up for the Jaguars game.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a contest winner this week. We had nobody predict the correct score. Nobody predict the exact yardage for Josh Allen or James Cook. James Cook, I think a lot of people went way over on his. Yeah, so a couple people that were very close to Josh's yardage. So Josh ended up with 320 yards passing. Our winner this week is Tassio Pieri.
Tassio!
He predicted 324. Shout out to Roman in the back there. But 324 yards passing. He predicted 324, so he is the winner. We're gonna get you that T-shirt, Toss. We're gonna do the same contest again this week for the Buffalo Bills against the Jacksonville Jaguars, heading across the pond to London. It's gonna be the score prediction, and then as a tiebreaker, it'll be Josh Allen's passing yards and Stephon Diggs. His receiving yards will be the secondary tiebreaker. So we're going to get in. We're going to close the contest it'll be 8:30 in the morning because we got a 9:30 kickoff. It is an early game for all of you who didn't know. Set those alarms early for Sunday morning. Get ready for some
check out the Andy's room.
Absolutely. So definitely get in that contest and get a chance to win a Overdue Bills T-shirt.
What's your score predictions, Mike?
Man, we are going across the pond, but it's only a 6-hour flight. It's not terrible.
They flying private.
I think Josh. Yeah, right. I think Josh gonna look at Trevor Lawrence and be like, nah, I'm about to bust your ass. So I think the Bills will score 35, Jaguars 17.
Wow. Let me say my score then. I got 38-17 Bills. Oh, okay.
Here we go.
Rad.
Yeah, I think. Go ahead, Rad.
There you go.
I'll finish it off. Go ahead, Rad.
I think this is tough. I think it's a tough game. I think it's gonna be a tough game. I think Jaguars already being there.
They're trash.
Yeah, but they in that must win. I think it's gonna be a tougher game. We coming off this high. I think it's a close game. I think we win close.
Okay.
I think 23-20 Bills. I think it's close. I don't think it's a blowout. I think just naturally just is coming off this high game gets a divisional rival going there. Is a different. They want it more than we do. You know,
I don't
in
believe
London and
that.
stuff.
I'm gonna believe that. I
Not
push back
want it
on
more
that.
than we do, but it's a different. It's a
No, I'm
different.
gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell
You
you.
know, just a high, naturally, a natural,
Yeah, no, they're
naturally.
back against the wall.
Yeah, naturally.
I'm gonna tell you our motivation. This is how I know we gonna win, because people don't understand.
I said we ain't gonna lose.
We actually we gonna actually gonna kill them because we
Okay.
actually have this game circled. Josh had his worst game against the Jaguars. That game was putrid. Like, it was literally the worst game I've ever seen Josh Allen play in his life. And I think he circled it and he wants to murder them. I honestly think he wants to kill them. Like, we played so bad. We could not do anything. It was the worst game ever. I think Sean McDermott remembers. Like, the North remembers. We remember. And I think, I honestly, Matt, you feel the same way?
I do, and remember this, that Jacksonville was a team to beat McDermott during our first playoff appearance in that 20 years too. That 10-3. So he's not been real successful against Jacksonville. So I don't really care where it is. You know, London. They're like Sam said, they're flying private. They'll be on the bed. They're leaving late at night Thursday, so they'll sleep on the plane. They'll get. I heard Eric Wood talk about it. It's not going to be a big deal. Their bodies will be acclimated. These guys are professionals. They'll have people to get them you know, and get their body clocks acclimated to what time they're gonna play. They'll be all right.
Yeah,
They're gonna be ready. Yeah.
What's your score, Matt?
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stay over 30 the rest of the year. So Dorsey's got our offense clicking. I'm gonna go 34-13 Bills.
What's the spread? What's the spread?
Spread is 5.5 right now, I think, or 4.5.
Yeah, bang
Bills.
that. Pause.
Hammer it.
I mean,
Yeah.
we were 2.5 versus Miami, and but yeah, Dorsey's got this thing rolling. So I think we're gonna stay over 30 every week.
Absolutely. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Please, ma'am, please, sir, get in the contest. You know, go on our Instagram, go on our Facebook page. Get in the contest. Please do that now, and definitely go hit us up for the merch. Listen, we got merch, man. Big time merch. OverdueBillsPod.com. OverdueBillsPod.com. Please go over there. You know what I'm saying? Just pick up something or hit us up. You know, we got tees, we got hoodies, we got the whole thing. So please, man, please, sir, hit us up so we can make that work. And y'all know how we end every show with a little bit of that. Hey, 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 hey. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. I see the YouTube comments popping too. Shout out to y'all.